At the Nigel model right through here, and we're looking at the inside of the nasal cavity, and we're seeing these bones that are separating out left and right. So at the top we can see the cristigale, which is part of the ethmoidal bone, and then we can see right through here the perpendicular plate of the ethmoid bone. We can see the vomer, which is all of this through here. We can see part of the palatine bone, which is the palatine bone here, and the maxillary contribution to the hard palate. We can see the septal cartilage right through there. If we remove that and we look a little bit deeper, we can see the superior nasal concha with number 11 on it. We can see the middle nasal concha right here with number 12 on it. And then number 13 is the inferior nasal concha. Up under each one of those is the superior, middle, and then the inferior hiatus, which is the space underneath. If we take this and we remove this here, we can see underneath, and we can see the olfactory bulb. Here is number 24. Olfactory nerves are right through here, piercing through. And then we can see these spaces that are part of the middle hiatus. We see the semilunar hiatus, which is this nice little groove right through here. We see an opening right through there. I've got that in there as the opening from the ethmoidal air sinus. And then we can see also the ethmoidal bulla, which is this portion. And then this protuberance right below the semilunar hiatus is going to be the uncinate, which we'll see right through there. If we look at this model, we're just looking at the cartilage. Again, we can see the sphenoidal air sinus right through there. There's a frontal sinus through there, which are all going to kind of drain into this area. And so if I actually stick my probe through there, I'm not sure if you can see that as it goes through, we can see the opening from the sphenoid through that sphenoidal recess just behind the superior nasal concha. If we remove this middle nasal concha, we can see those deep structures again. So we can see all of this is the ethmoidal bulla. Through there, we can see the opening of the ethmoidal air cells. We can see the semilunar hiatus, which is this right through here. And then we can see the uncinate, which right here has the letter F on it. If we look inside here, we can see the opening through that inferior nasal concha for the lacrimal duct, which would be right through there. If we look at this model, we're essentially looking at this structure, but we can see just a couple of other things. The first thing we can see right through there is that anterior ethmoidal artery and the anterior ethmoidal nerve. Back here, we can see the posterior ethmoidal arteries and nerves. If we look underneath and kind of back, we can see the pterygopalatine nerve, which is going to give us our greater palatine nerve, which will pierce back here. And then we would see the lesser palatine nerve coming back this way, but that's not on this model. If we look at this guy right through here, we're essentially seeing this structure here. We're seeing it here, but what we're seeing are the nerves that are on there. So here we can see that nasopalatine nerve that's going all the way down into that incisive canal. And then we can also see the sphenopalatine artery, which is right through there. And then of course, those are the olfactory bulbs. And here in the front is that anterior ethmoidal nerve. And then one last one, which is just kind of a repeat. Again, you can see those different structures from the nasal cavity. Here's where the superior nasal concha would be, middle would be here, but it's been cut away. And we can see each one of these things are actually labeled, which is pretty helpful for you to be able to see. But again, this is just another representation of the same thing.